So, I think it's finally time to find out how busted Galvanized Reflex is for glaives, because I have a feeling the answer to that is very. Our glaive of choice is going to be an absolute classic, the Glaive Prime, because it has a forced slash proc on its heavy attack detonations. This used to make it the best glaive in the game back in the day, but nowadays I'd argue the electricity glaives are better because of influence. So let us give it a shot, shall we? This is gonna be dumb. Let's start off with the stance. It doesn't really matter which one you use as long as you have it maxed out for the capacity. Sacrificial Pressure and Steel, and let's also slap in Galvanized Reflex for the heavy attack efficiency and the initial combo. We might as well use Galvanized Elementalist as well, though you could easily just use normal Elementalist because the status chance doesn't really matter on a setup like this. Let's also put in Amalgam Organ Shatter for the crit damage and wind-up speed. Let's also move the polarity... Oh, I don't have any forma on this. Wowee. Yeah, let's add a D right here for Elementalist. And then we can swap stuff around. There we go. Lovely. Volatile Quick Return. This gives us a considerably bigger detonation on the heavy attack. We probably want Killing Blow as well, right? I mean, the alternative is to go with Viral... And I'm not entirely sure I want to do that. I think I will leave that to Harold. Yeah, let's get Killing Blow. So I kind of splurged out and bought a fully ranked melee duplicate for this. I wanted it for a few other things as well, but yeah. This is, as long as we can keep our crit chance at around 100%, this will essentially just double our damage because it will make everything hit twice. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. We are getting far too many orange crits for duplicate, so we're gonna have to address that. The damage is pretty good still, but yeah, we need to actually lower our crit chance here. Bye-bye sacrificial mods. This will actually give us more crit damage through Galvanized Steel. This should bring our crit chance closer to 100%. We might need to add a little bit more. And because we're not running Sacrificial Steel, we want to take out Sacrificial Pressure as well, because Pressure is not that great without Sacrificial Steel. They're only really good if you use both of them. Show me the money. Oh, there is the money. That is a lot of money as well. Wowee. Yeah, that's good. That is well good. Me likey. Let's try it again now that we're fully ramped up. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. That's maxed out Steel Path as well. Alright, I did see some non-crits though, so we might want to squeeze in a little bit more. Do we get an extra combo tier from Corrupt Charge? We should, right? We do get an extra combo tier. I don't think it's worth it though, an entire mod slot just to go from 5x to 6? Probably not. I actually think our best bet is going to be Gladiator Might. We already have a lot of crit damage, so adding that in isn't going to be like insanely good, but we also get a bit of extra crit chance from the set bonus because we are sitting at 5x combo, so we get 50% extra crit chance, which will bring us closer to 100%. That was a laggy ass game. Oh, even the menu is lagging, holy hell. Okay, we need to add a V right here. There we go. Take out Corrupt Charge, Crit, Gladiator Might. And then for the Exilus, you'll go with Whirlwind. Actually, do we go with Whirlwind? I actually don't think we do go with Whirlwind. Yeah, because I'm like used to the speed at which the Glaive flies so that I can reliably do double taps. And I think Whirlwind's actually gonna mess that up for me. Oh, this is feeling mighty fine. Feels pretty much just like an old school Glaive build. It's just that the damage is like 20 times better. Oh, bring it on, computer man. Bring it on. Where did they spawn? Oh, I'm blind. That was a hell of a one-shot as well. The entire assassin squad taken out with a single heavy attack. Oh my god. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, indeed. You're welcome. Co ty tady děláš, ty pavouk, jako kráva tady mě kousat, mě spolkne celou ruku. Malis, trust me, you do not want any of this, mate. Yep, that's a solid detonation right there. Can you actually throw a Glaive out of this bubble? I don't know. I don't think you can. Yep, you can't. Well, that was embarrassing. You know what time it is. This is fucking ridiculous. Now, mind you, this is a very expensive setup. Like, the mods alone are just an absolutely massive investment in credits or endo, and the duplicate, of course, is very expensive as well. I bought mine for 450 plat, and it was the cheapest one. It's more of a hipster setup as well. Like, you could get very similar, if not better results by running like an Orpheus or one of the electricity glaives with influence. And a much cheaper setup overall. Not gonna lie though, this is very nice. Like, this is extraordinarily fun to use. So, here's the final setup for the Glaive Prime, and it's very expensive. For the stance, we have Astral Twilight, but it doesn't matter which one you use as long as it's maxed out so that you get the 10 extra capacity, because we don't actually use the combos, as this is a pure throwing setup. For the actual mods, we have Prime Pressure Point for damage, Galvanized Steel for crit chance and damage, Amalgam Organ Shatter for crit damage and heavy attack wind-up speed, Galvanized Reflex for heavy attack efficiency and initial combo. Then we have Gladiator Might for some extra crit damage, but mainly for the crit chance actually, because this brings us closer to 100% for melee duplicate. We follow that up with Volatile Quick Return for bigger heavy attack detonation, then we have Killing Blow for heavy attack damage and wind-up speed, and we top it off with Galvanized Elementalist for status damage and status chance. Now, this is a melee duplicate setup, and melee duplicate is very expensive, so if you don't have it, you can replace it with another arcane, probably melee influence, and if you're gonna do that, you're gonna run Sacrificial Pressure and Steel, and you're gonna take out Gladiator Might and replace it with an electricity mod. This will lower your single target damage potential, but it will give you far more AoE. So really, if you don't have duplicate, it's not that big of a deal. Though with that said, if you don't have duplicate, I would actually recommend you go for one of the electricity glaives instead, unless you really want to use the Glaive Prime. This is one of the most over-the-top overkill setups you can run, and it's very much not necessary. Like, this is way too much damage for the vast majority of people, and it's way too expensive. As I've mentioned on numerous occasions, you're probably better off running an influence setup on one of the electricity glaives instead. But if you want to be special, and a bit of a hipster perhaps, and actually have like really solid single target damage, this is a really good option. It has a nice combination of single target and AoE. This is one of the setups that makes you double check whether or not you're in Steel Path, because it absolutely chews through the enemies even at very high levels. So I'm gonna leave this one up to you. If you're willing to invest into it and you want to have an over-the-top expensive setup just because you can, go for it. But if you just want something cheap and effective, the electricity glaives are probably better for you. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I'd really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.